So this is an Alpha 40 League match. I'm playing my Plague Rats deck in Alpha 40. You can't not use sideboards, and you can only mulligan when you have all lands or no lands. It's an interesting match, an insane match. If you see stuff that you wouldn't expect to see in an Alpha 40 match. I have the clear sleeves. My opponent has the ones that look like a card back, and yeah, we're gonna cut each other's deck here. So I go 1, 2, 3, and he goes 2, 3, 1, and yeah, we're gonna draw. We see who goes first, and yeah, okay, we're gonna draw 7, of course, and you draw on the play in Alpha 40, not just when you're drawing the first card after the opponent has played. So yeah, the opponent's gonna go first. He draws for turn and casts Emerald and Swamp. I go Swamp Pass, and he goes Swamp and 3 mana for the Nettling Imp. Very nice cards. Another Swamp here by me, and I pass. No Soul so far, so he's got 4 mana. He's gonna use all that mana for a Living Wall, which is a 0/6 that regenerates. He's gonna attack with the Imp. And I draw. And he's got an advantage right now. Okay, so I go Swamp and Rats. Probably had another card that I wanted to play, but I decided to use all my mana, and he untaps, and he has 5 mana now, and then Unholy Strength on the Nettling Imp, and a Pestilence. That's gonna kill the Rats, of course, and he attacks with the Imp, and it is my turn for the untap and draw, and okay, another Plague Rats, and it's his turn. He untaps, draws, he's gonna sinkhole one of my swamps, and he's gonna Giant Growth the Imp and Pestilence for 2. He attacks, and I take damage, and now I'm kinda doomed here. I have swamps, I have rats, but that Pestilence is a big problem, and is got a nice board position here with the wall to block, and a Wanderlust on my Plague Rats. Okay, which does 1 damage during my upkeep. That's gonna be hard to deal with, so I take the damage. And I will paralyze the Imp and cast Rats. No, I won't swing because of the wall, but it's his turn, so I take the Wanderlust, and alpha rules are different. So I take some damage, and I'm taking damage. He untaps the Nettling Imp. I play a Swamp. And cast Rats. And 2 Rats, yes. Now those are 4/4. Some big rats. So I will probably attack here. Yes. It's okay. He's gonna block with the wall and take 4. Interesting. Now he untaps and I take 1. Lots of lands. It's kind of like a green-black deck. And yeah, I lose the match. I mean, I lose the game, of course. So it's game 2, actually. And we're shuffling, and Alpha 4 is different. There's no Copper Black. There's no Volcanic Island. This is a very expensive format, especially if you run Moccasin, Black Lotus, and other reserve list cards. So there's a Black Lotus, Alpha Black Lotus, in the 7 to 8/5 range, I guess. And that's BGS standards. Okay. So the cutting again. So I'll go 2, 3, 1. And now we draw 7. And I will go first. So we're chatting. I mean, this was a very enjoyable match, but I cannot use the original audio because there's some music and we're discussing some sensitive stuff at times, so I chose to narrate. And I draw for first turn, do a Swamp, and he goes Swamp, and classes of Versa. He can look at my hand anytime, which has a whole bunch of swamps and a couple of rats. And when are you gonna see this card being used? I mean, only now for 40. I mean, my opponent is obviously enjoying himself, and he has a powerful deck at the same time. It's a very unique deck, and yeah, that's great stuff. So in Alpha you can just look anytime, but I draw. In other editions you have to tap. Well, I guess it is a mono artifact, so play a Swamp, he plays a Forest, I draw. There you go. Swamp, right? Showing me a Mox Pearl. Very nice one. I think he was playing that card before. And I cast Plague Rats. Very nice. Early Plague Rats. Not that early, but still. So Wanderlust, one of my play rats, and I take damage from Wanderlust. And I play a Swamp. And I will cast a Plague Rats. So I swing for 2. He has to take it. Okay. So now he plays the Swamp. And a Juggernaut. 5/3. It has to attack every turn if it's able to. So I got a Dark Ritual. It's not gonna make a difference now. Just for the hell of it, I will cast it. But I paralyze the Juggernauts. Nice move, swing for 4. It takes damage. And yeah, I will take damage from the Wanderlust. Yes. He casts Lenore Elves on the Living Wall. Very nice, and he passes. And I got a Soul Ring. So I cast the Soul Ring. Soul Ring is very, very powerful, especially in the league, when you cannot use like a Mox and the Soul Ring at the same time. So it takes some damage, and I will take damage again. So we're discussing about the fetus inside the living wall and how the original artworks got some R-rated stuff, I guess, or triple X, I don't know. It's really something. Okay, we'll Unholy Strength, the living wall. Still a wall though, but it can keep me from attacking with my rats. So I take damage and take damage again, and I got a Swamp. Gonna okay. Looking at the boards here, and I do not attack, but I get screwed by the Wanderlust. In a force field, lose only 1 life to an unblocked creature, have to pay 1. I think it's a poly artifact, so you can use it as much as you want to. And I take damage from Wanderlust, and I drop Plague Rats. Okay. And I'm gonna do a Dark Ritual just for the hell of it, and cast the 3rd Plague Rats and swing for 6. He's gonna activate the force field 1 time and block with the wall. It's his turn, so unblock the Juggernaut. It's my turn. Got a Plague Rat, so use Soul Ring and a Swamp to cast the Plague Rats. And okay. Yeah, I'll swing for 12. Uh-huh. And just gonna block it and then use force fields. I think he's using those old sleeves. Yeah, the sleeves, as he told me, they were from the 90s or something, or maybe the early 2000s. So, yeah, the junk juggernaut is gone, so is the blade rats. You gotta pay attention. So force fields, I'll attack anyway. He's gonna lose some life, not much. And there you go, Juggernaut. And that paralyze is gone because Juggernaut got resurrected. And yeah, he says he's just gonna take away the Wanderlust just because I didn't choose which plague rats died. It's not fair to me that he said that he's just gonna remove it from play because that way he's not, you know, being a bad player. So I thank him, and yeah, I swing with a lot of 5/5s, and blocks of Juggernaut, and the rest he just deals with them with force fields. Very nice. So I make the mistake of taking Wanderlust damage. I attack with the Plague Rats. And his team does the force field thing again. I mean, classes of Versa, right? What the hell? It's awesome. Come on. More rats. Oh my god. And I drew a little pattern on the mat. And I won. I won this game. Very nice. So we're shuffling. You know, the league is very enjoyable. It's not like a regular championship. It's more laid back than that. And you know, we were talking a lot of stuff and having loads of fun, and my league group is awesome, and Peter Edwards is awesome, and Drew and everybody. Of course, Rich work is very important. He streams the finals, and some other people that I did not mention, but you know, the community as a whole is fabulous, is something else, just great. So the cutting of the decks again. Okay, we're talking, I guess. So here we'll go 3 on 1 on 2, and I will go 1 on 3 on 2. Okay, We're drawing 7. He has to go first, so he got to draw. My opponent here is in a nice position. No mulligans, so everything's fine, I guess. So swamps and sinkhole, and that's gonna slow me down a lot. Play a swamp and a soul ring, that puts me back into the game. Forest, he will play a forest field again. That forest field is a huge problem for me. So I play a swamp and play rats, casting plague rats. Very nice. Still have 1 mana, but I pass. And yeah, forest and a royal assassin. Wow. That's a coveted card. Everybody wants a copy of Royal Assassin. Very nice one. Well, the one he had was kind of played, but still very nice. So I paralyze and cast Plague Rats. Swing for 2. He's gonna take 1 damage because of force field. And he pays to untap the assassin. And he's gonna kill 1 of my rats. And it's my turn. Such an awesome game. Yeah. I'm taking a little while. Plague Rats. Swing for 2. Uses force field. Untaps and puts forest on the board. Okay, he tutored, but the Monarch tutor, he got the wrong card, then he made the correction. And we're talking about sleeves and stuff. And I like the clear matte sleeves. They do not allow you to see the entirety of the back of the card, and still you can see some of it, and it's kind of like old school sleeves, but his are nice too. So play a swamp. And I'm gonna double paralyze the Royal Assassin. What a move. And cast Plague Rats, swing for 6. Very nice. I'm almost winning this game and the match, but let's see what happens, right? I already know, but it's fine. So he plays Juggernaut. Assassin is still tapped. I untap and draw and play a swamp. Sinkhole, one of the swamps, I guess. Yes, and Gonna sinkhole the other one. So now force field is useless. Okay, attack. He's gonna trade cards here. So I'll play reds for Juggernauts and take some damage. Script sprites, I guess. I don't know, script sprites. I don't know. Yeah, it's a flyer, so could be trouble. So attack. You already know what happened there. So it's his turn. He's gonna Unholy Strength with the pentagram. Yeah. So and attack me with a flyer. I have no flyers, so that's the problem. And I cast Play Rats, swing for 2, Force Field, he untaps, and plays a Forest, and a Frozen Shade. Okay. Frozen Shade is not very, well, powerful, but still a nice, flavorful cards. I cast Plague Rats. Of course, he attacked with the Script Sprites. And I swing for 6. He's just gonna use the Force Field. Have no way to deal with artifacts with this deck at the moment. So an Icy Manipulator. And that's not very good for me. So I untap. As the Icy now Force Field, very powerful board state on both sides, I guess. I attack for 9. Just uses the Icy to tap one of the Play Rats, and of course he uses Force Field to take less damage. Interesting. He's attacking again with the sprites. And he got the Imp, which apparently is a combo with Fire Assassin. Because you tap the creature, I guess. And then can get rid of the creature with the Royal Assassin. So it's my turn. I draw. And a Swamp. And I think I have a Dark Ritual maybe in my hand. He's gonna block and use the Force Fields. Ice Manipulator is deals with a variety of cards. So he's attacking all the way. I have 4 Plague Rats. He taps 1. And there you go for 8. He's gonna Force Field. his turn, so regrowth on giant growth. Yeah, that's gonna kill me because that's more damage than I have life, and I lose. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe